Hello everyone, welcome to Micah's coding class. Today we're going to learn how to create a Dragon Ball Fight game. It says click here to start with this game font, and I'm going to put my name, and I'll click for player 2. I'm going to put Dave. So it says welcome to Dragon Ball Fight. Controls player 1 A to attack and Z to heal up. Player 2 P to attack and L to heal up. So you can see my name is here and Dave's name is here. I'm Goku, he's Vegeta. You can see attack, heal, HP is. I will scroll down the reset button. So let's test the game. You can heal up. You can heal up here. You can fight. We can fight. We can fight until we have a winner. And now you see we can't continue playing, and it says Dave wins. So this is what we're going to create today. Without any further ado, let's kick into it. Okay guys, I just opened my coding editor and I'm going to open a new file and save that file in a requested folder, and I'm going to call this index.html. and then if you're using Visual Studio Code, you can just press shift 1 and click enter. It's going to give you all this. So I'm going to say Dragon Ball Fight by Micah. So if we save, go back to where we save it as and open it, and I see Dragon Ball Fight by Micah. So we're going to start by saying div body. We're going to start by saying h1 welcome to Dragon Ball Fight. And then next we're going to say span controls, and next we're going to say P player 1 A to attack and Z to heal up. So we can copy this, paste it, and then we can say player 2, and it's going to be P to attack and L to heal up. So if we save that, go back here and refresh. Now you see all this. Well, now you're done with the game. So right here, down here we're going to say div dot id div hashtag game Okay, down here we're going to say div dot player one, and we're gonna say image. So I'm just going to get my images, Goku and Vegeta, right here. You can see a transparent Goku image and a transparent Vegeta image. So let's continue. Now here we're going to say image Goku.png, and then we're gonna put a break, and then we're gonna say span and give that an ID P1N, and then that P1N by default is gonna say player 1. I'm gonna put another break and say span A, and then say span dot color 1 attack. Another break, span Z span class color 2 and heal. So after that, I'm going to put another break, and then we're going to say span HPs, and those HPs we're gonna say span, and then we're gonna give that an ID P1H, and that's gonna be set by default 200. So if we save that, we're back here and refresh. Now you see this and all the necessary details looking exactly like this. So let's create one for player 2. So you can just copy this full player 1 div and paste it here and call this player 2 and change this image to Vegeta.png, and because it's too big, I'm going to edit the height myself to 100, not 180 pixel, and then we're going to change the IDs and the names. This is going to be player 2, this ID is going to be P2N, this is going to be P, this is going to be L, these two are going to be exactly the same, this is going to be P2H, and that should be it. So if we save, we're back here and refresh, now we see a Vegeta image right beneath Goku. So let's continue. So let's scroll down beneath the player 2 div. Now beneath the full game div, we're going to centralize this and say div, and then we're going to give this an ID of result, and then we're going to leave it blank, but not for now. We're going to say win just for now, and then we're going to say button, but we're going to put a break. Let's say break, and we're going to say button. I'm going to give this a button of reset. We're gonna do the button and ID of reset. And then we're gonna call this restart. Save. Go back here and refresh. Now you see these are in the center and the game looks half finished. So we're basically done with the HTML part of the game. So without any further ado, let's move on to the CSS. So let's go. So we're gonna open a new file. Save that as style.css, and then we're gonna go back to our HTML and say link, and we're going to link it to our CSS file. But before we continue, you're going to get something, a link from Google Fonts. You can go there and check it, and then we're gonna paste it over here. Then we're gonna say body padding 0, margin also 0, and we're gonna copy another thing right here. Control C and paste it. So if we save, go back here and refresh. Now you see everything is video game like. So let's continue. We're gonna say ID game display flags justify content center outline items also center. We're just gonna copy this. Control C. Hashtag. Now we're gonna say H1. Paste. P. Paste. And span. Paste. Save. Wow. And refresh. Now it is a bit rough, but we're going to fix that. But this is well in order, as you can see. Okay, we're looking nice over there. So we're going to say that player 1 float left position relative padding 5%. I can copy this and then we put this as player 2. So if we save, move back here and refresh, guess there's something wrong. I'll fix it. So I refreshed and it looks okay, and it looks exactly the same, but we still need to do some stuff. So let's continue. So let's scroll down a bit. So we're gonna say dot color one background color orange red, color white, border radius 0.5 rem, border 4 pixel solid. Not border radius, border solid black. So if we save, go back here and refresh. Now you see these are styled like this, like how I want them to be. So we're gonna do the same thing for color 2. We're gonna call this dark green. Dark green. Save, refresh. Now you see this. So we're gonna continue. We're gonna say P1N color gold hashtag P2N P1 1H color will also be gold. And then P2N color will be blue. And same thing for P2H, so we can just copy this and change this to H. Save, move back here and refresh. Now you see these are colored. Beautiful. So we're going to say results color green font size 1.5 rem font width bolder. Save, go back here and refresh. Now you see this is bigger. Now we're done with that. Now we need to style the button. So we're gonna say button, all the buttons essentially, background color gold, color black, border radius 0.5 rem, font width bold, font family, press to press start to P cursive. Save, go back here and refresh. Now you see our button is styled. We're almost done with the CSS. So now we're gonna say button hover opacity 0.8 cursor pointer button active transform scale 0.90 cursor pointer, and we save. Go back here and refresh. If we hover, you can see now now almost done. The only thing we need to do is for the final button that we're going to make at the end. We're just gonna say open. That's gonna be the name, and then we're gonna give it a margin of 20%. Save. Refresh. Now you see we're looking like that. Oh, I see the issue that we're having. Player 1 A, we forgot to press. Okay, let's do that. Okay, right here. Press. Ctrl C. Paste. Refresh. Now you see. Okay, it mixed up. It's supposed to go here. Right here. Press. Save. Go back here and refresh. Now we're looking exactly the same. Congrats, guys. So now time for the JavaScript part. So we're gonna do that right now. So let's go back here and open a new file. Save that as script.js. So now I can go back here and link our HTML to our JavaScript right at the bottom over here. Script source script.js. Save. Go back here. Now let's start. We're gonna say let result equal to documents.getElementById result let p1n equal to documents.getElementById p1n. Let p2n equal to document.getElementById p2n. Let p1h equal to documents.getElementById p1h. Let p2h equal to document.getElementById p2h. So that's it. So let's start. We're just gonna say const update equal to p1 p2 game state. So now we're going to create a player class. We're going to say class player, and that's going to say constructor name health and attack damage. So we're going to say this dot name equal to name, and this dot health equal to health, and this dot attack, not damage, d damage equal to attack damage. So we're going to create a function in this class. We're going to say strike strike, and we're going to create another one called heal. Heal. So in this strike function, we're gonna put the player, not capital P, player, enemy, and attack damage. But in the heal, we're just gonna put player. So we're gonna move out of that player class. We're gonna create a class game. Game constructor. We're gonna keep this constructor blank and move in. We're gonna say this dot is over equal to false. Okay guys, here we need something, and that's it. That's just it. So if we're having a mistake, that's what will clear the mistake. So in the game class, we're going to say declare. We're going to create a function, declare winner. Winner. Declare winner. So inside that declare winner we're gonna pass in is over and P1, P2, and then we're going to start coding. So we're gonna say let player 1 equal to new player, and then we're gonna give this a name of Micah, and the health will be 100, and the attack damage is going to be 5. So we're going to create one for player 2, and then we're gonna call this Dave. You can put any name you want. I'm just using these names for example. So we're gonna console log these. Console log player 1 and console log player 2. So for save, open our inspector here and refresh. I see player name Micah, health 100, attack damage 5, like how it's supposed to be. And if we say player dot name, save, go back here and you see player 1 name just Micah. And if we say player 2 dot health, save, go back here and refresh, it shows us the health. So that's why you need to console log and check if everything is working perfectly. So I'm going to continue. We're going to say let's game equal to new game. So we don't need to pass in anything here. We'll just save. If we want to check if it's working, we're going to console log this game, save, refresh, and I see game is over equal to false. Now one more thing we need to do, I'm gonna say let P1 equal to player 1, because we're using P1 and not player 1. And we're gonna say let P2 equal to player 2. Same thing, just the number 2. So let's move back to our update over here. We can say you can just say P1 and dot inner text equal to P1 dot name. So if we want to make this reflect on our HTML, we can just go back to the bottom and say update. I'm gonna say P1, P2, and game that is over. So if we save, go back here and refresh, and now this name from player 1 is turned to Micah. We can make this dynamic. We can change this to Alvin, save, and it's gonna be changed to Alvin. We're gonna leave it as Micah for now, and I believe you know how to do it for player 2. You can just copy this and paste, change this to P2, also this to P2, save and refresh, and I see it's Dave. So but now we can say P2, P1 H dot inner text equal to P1 dot health, and it still shows 100 by default. But if you want to check if this is working, you can just change this to another number. We'll just add one number and see it's working. We're going to do this for player 2 too. to save, and then we're gonna say if if P1 the health, we're saying this so if one of us dies, this is what's gonna happen. Is less than or equal to 0, or this means or P2 the health less than or equal to 0, and then we're going to call in the following functions. We're going to say game that is over equal to true, and game state equal to game that is over. Result dot inner text equal to game dot declare winner. But there's a function that's in the game class. So if we win, I've not added anything to this function yet, but if we win, this is what's going to appear in the function. This is what's going to appear from the function. I'm going to say game that is over, and then I'm going to say P1, P2, and that's it. Save, go back here, and now you see our health is 100, Micah and Dave. You can clear this out. And we can move back to our HTML and remove this win. Save. Now you can see it's blank. Which makes it good. So we're gonna create the strike function. I'm gonna say let damage amount equal to mass dot seal mass dot random hashtag 5, and it's gonna give us a random number between 1 and 5, 1 to 5. So we're gonna say enemy health, and then plus equal damage amount. So then we're going to update the game. We're going to say update, and then we're going to pass in P1, P2, and also game dot is over. So we can do if for heal, the heal function is basically the same thing. We're gonna say let HP equal to mass dot seal mass dot random hashtag 5. So we're gonna say player dot health plus equal to HP, and this is supposed to be minus equal, not plus equal, because we're removing health. And we're going to update it by saying update P1, P2, game that is over. So now we're going to create the declare winner function. So we're going to say let message equal to not message. Then we're going to leave it blank. We're going to say if is over equal to true, and p1 the health less than or equal to 0, and then we're going to say message equal to, so we're going to use backticks, p2 dot name. That means anything we put as p2 wins. So we're going to say else if okay, we can just clear this and copy this and say else if. So we're going to change this to p2. I'm going to say p1. So that's it. So the final thing, and then we're going to say return message. So we're going to go down to the bottom and say document dot add event listener. Now these are for the controls. Key down E, and say function E, and then we're going to copy this, paste. So we're going to continue and say if e dot key equal to a and p2 dot health is less than or less than or equal to 0, and game dot is over equal to false. Then we're going to say p1 dot strike, and then we're going to say p1, and then p2, and then p1 dot attack damage. So we're going to do one for heal. I'm going to say if e dot key equal to Z and P2 dot health less than or equal to 0, and and game dot less than or equal to 0, and game it game dot is over equal to false, and then we're going to call the heal function. We're going to say p1 dot heal, and then we're going to say p1 p1. So we're going to copy this to save time for p2. So you can just change this to p1 and change this to p2. Also change this to p2, p1, p2. You can also copy this. Copy this. So p1, p2, p2. So if we save, move back here and refresh, press A. Okay, I see the problem. We forgot to change all this. This is supposed to be P, and this is supposed to be L. If we save, go back here and refresh A, and you see it's lowered. And if we press Z, the player 1 is higher, so we press P, it's lower. If we press L, we're higher. So the game is basically done. Now we just check it out. Let's check it if it's working. And now we cannot attack or heal anymore. And then it says Dave wins. Yay, we're working. Let's check for Micah. Yeah, it says Micah wins. So now we just need to do this. Click here to start and this. So it won't take time. We're gonna go back here. So I'm gonna say div hashtag head. Then we're gonna give center. We're gonna say click here to start the game. So we forgot to put this as a button. We're gonna put this as a button. Also putting this as a button. So if we save, I have to first put this. We're gonna say style display equal to none. So we're gonna say that. And if we refresh, not here, refresh, I see, but we didn't give it an ID. So we're gonna give this an ID of open. So if we save, go back here and refresh, now it says floated down right to the center. So now let's do that. If we click, it's gonna ask us those questions. So we're gonna say documents dot get element by ID open dot on click equal to function, and that function is going to be the full game. We're going to close it right down here. So this looks more cleaner like this. So we're going to go back up here. I'm going to say let p1 holder equal to place prompt player 1 choose your name, and then we can do the same thing for player 2. P2 holder, I said this to player 2 choose your name. And then one more thing, we're gonna say document dot get element by ID open dot style dot display equal to none, and document dot get element by ID body dot style dot display equal to block. So if we save, go back here and refresh, not here, here, and refresh, and if we click, it's gonna give us this, but the names are still gonna be Micah and Dave, unless we change this to P1 holder, and also this to P2 holder. So if we save, go back here and refresh, click, I'm gonna put Micah, and then we're gonna say your name, and click on OK, and now it says Micah and your name. So we're gonna play, and it says Micah wins, but the reset button is not working, so we can do that right here. So we're gonna say document dot get element by ID reset dot on click equal to function, and then it says windows dot location dot reload. So if we save, go back here and refresh, I'm gonna say Micah. Okay, we spelled Micah wrong. Refresh, Micah, and your name. Okay, sorry for the R. Now if we click on the restart button, it takes us back. So that's the end of this video. I hope you like, subscribe, try to move this on your own, and hit the notification bell so if I post any videos, you'll be the first to know. My name is Micah, and this was Micah's coding class. Thank you.